Hiya, Lottie here. Today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my latest journal, which is a travel styled junk journal. And I'm just going to get right into it, as I've done this video a few times already. But it is a hardback fabric covered journal, and it is a curved spine with two signatures, and it's this gorgeous sort of old time map looking fabric with beautiful sailboats and compasses and things like that all over it. And then we have this little metal book plate, and we've got the metal corners, and we have a little hitch fastener here, and on it we have a charm, and I'll show you that in just a second. And on the back we have the beautiful fabric again. And as you can see, it is just a seam binding closure, and there's no frills. There's a few bits of the luscious tails hanging out from some sewing, not a lot but some. And then we have the bulldog clips and twine hanging out of the top, so it's quite a masculine. It's a bit strong, but it's not frilly or girly by any means. So I'm just going to show you the charm, which of course is removable. And it is two separate charms that are attached. So like the last journal, this bit comes off, and I'll show you that in a second. And we have a working pocket watch, which is just stunning. I love it. And obviously this can be removed and put on a chain if you would like to wear it as a necklace or something like that. And then we have a little globe, a little, if I can get it around the right way, hot air balloon. We have a little choo-choo train, another little globe, this time it's on a little stand. We have a little vintage, I'm just making sure I'm in frame, sorry, a little vintage car, a little passport, anchor, a sail ship, and this beautiful large globe at the bottom as well, which is spinny, and it does like sit, so you could take this off and have it as a decoration or even a necklace if you wanted. And then this piece here, which is attached with a little lobster clip, has just a couple of little charms on it. So it's got a little ticket, which is chipboard, and then it has a little suitcase here as well, which is just the cutest thing ever. And then I've also made this pouch. I've hand stitched it with a whip stitch, and it's the same fabric that's on the cover, but I have distressed it a lot, and it's just got a little button here. One of those pop buttons that keep it closed, and inside, if I can get to them, we have 3 little pennies, and these are quarter farthings, and of course any traveller would need some coin, so they're just tucked in there. And pinned on the front is a little spare button, and it's the coolest button ever. It's brown on one side and black on the other, and this is just a little bulb pin. And then on the back we have a little eyelet, which is holding the chain to hold it together. So you can see this can be removed or left on it, totally up to you, as this will be for sale on my Etsy very soon. So it will actually be up by the time you watch this video. So like I said, just a seam binding closure, and I'm just going to get right into this bad boy. And it opens up, and the first thing you see is this gorgeous big envelope, and it just opens like so. There isn't actually anything in this one, so I just left that empty for whoever gets it. And it's got a little stamp down here, and it's got this gorgeous vintage looking map scrapbooking paper behind it. And then here we have this gorgeous map paper again, and it's got a little vintage flam contraption thing, and I've just distressed it and distressed the edges as well. And then by that I mean I've kind of ruffled up some of the edges rather than just taking the distress inks over it. And then here we've got a stamp of a globe on this tea-dyed paper, and some stenciling and a little sticker that says travel the world. And then here I've got, I'm holding it while I'm pulling it, a large tag, and that's got tea-dye paper on one side and then tea-dyed graph paper on the other side, and it's a very sizable tag, so about the size of the page. And I'm just going to pop that back in. So it does go in relatively easy. and it's obviously got the twine at the top. And then on the next page we have here a little tuck spot which has a like old vintage style map, and I think I got this off of Pinterest, and it's just backed onto tea-dye paper for journaling. And then here I have a altered paper clip, and I've just hand stitched this, and again it's the same fabric from the cover of the book, and we've got some cheesecloth and a couple of buttons, and that's just holding this boy closed, which is just a little spare journaling spot, and that's just sitting on there. And then here we have a little vellum sort of flip, and that's just hiding this journal area here on a piece of ephemera, and I really love the way that this tracing paper, so this can be written on here, is kind of just hiding the top of the ship, so it's just peeking through. I love how that's happened there. And then here we have a little compass on a postcard, and that's also a little pocket, so that's holding a couple of tags and a vellum tag as well. Ticket rather, not tag. And then here we have some music paper, and I've just done some stamping and stenciling, so I've got a beautiful hot air balloon here. And then here we have a digital print, and I think this is Tsunami Rose. I can't remember exactly which one, but it will be linked below. And this is also a pocket, so I have a little Tim Holtz journaling card in here, and I've just taken some stamps of a globe and put those onto a piece of card so that it's a pretty sturdy tag holder there. Then I have a little collage here as a tuck spot, and I've got a note card with a little globe stamped on there, and this is just some washi tape that's kind of styled like a vintage newspaper. Then here we have a collage, and I'm just going to grab this because this is actually a little tuck spot as well, which I thought was very cute. Just a cute wee idea, and it just says adventure here, and we've got a little globe, a hot air balloon and a journaling spot, and then I've also stamped a little candle down there. And then just holding on with a clip here, I have a fabric envelope pouch type thing, and it's the same fabric again from the cover, so it's just held on with a little button there. And then inside we have the beautiful passport of Gibbons. So this is one of our digital kits, and again I'll link that below, and it is absolutely beautiful. I love this, and I have glued two sides together, so it is pretty sturdy, and it does have a few blank pages, so it would be perfect for a little secret journaling area, because no one's going to really expect you to have journaled in this, so great wee secret hideaway for it. And that's just stuck in there. And that just clips closed, or pops closed rather, and it's just held on with this little, I forget what these are called, but one of these little clips anyway. And then here we have a metal filigree, I think they're called, and it's just keeping this little note card, which has got a beautiful vintage car on it. It's just a little tuck spot. And then here I've stamped out Notre Dame, and it's also a little pocket. We have a double-sided piece of ephemera there and a guest check. And this also flips up so that you've got all this writing area as well. And then up on a little bulldog clip here we have a vintage styled envelope, and we just have a couple of pieces of ephemera, and rather a piece of ephemera and a note card, a journaling card on there. And then I also have some stamps in the corners of this parchment paper. Quite a few places to journal in here, but it's also still decorated the way I normally do decorate my books. So here we have this beautiful scrapbooking paper, and on the other side I've just put a little belly band, and I've just done a sort of decorated note card, not note card, I keep saying note card, journal card. I mean, I suppose you could journal on this, but it's really just for decoration. And then I've got a little anchor on the bottom, and that's just tucked in there. And then here we have like a little, I keep saying little, it's annoying me. We have like 3 pockets here, so we have a piece of ephemera tucked in here, and I have hand stitched this with a whip stitch, and it's book paper. So we've got a wee circular tag there with a map on it, a couple of pieces of ephemera, just a airplane ticket and a railway ticket tucked in this little pocket. And then this is probably my favourite thing in the entire book. It is a sort of map styled notebook, and it is full of vintage map pages. So I have distressed the edges, but most of it was pretty old and grungy looking already, and these are all vintage pages. I do have one page, and I'll get to it in a minute. This page, I think, yeah, this page here, which is a vellum map, which I added in as well, just for the hell of it. But the rest are all vintage, and I love this. It's just the whole world. And yeah, so I love how it smells, I love how it feels. I just love the whole idea. I'm so glad I thought of it, and I love it. This is my favourite thing in the whole book. But yeah, so that just slips in there. And then we have some more stenciling, and it's like sort of like a washi tape sticker here of more maps, of course. And then here I have some tracing paper that I've I was going to say stenciled, but no, printed a vintage style map. Again, I got this off of Pinterest. A little corner tuck here, and a piece of ephemeris just tucked in there on that music paper, and I have got more stamping down at the bottom. And this just says, "Find joy in the journey." And I have a little library style decorated pocket out of a book page. And then I just have a couple of pieces of ephemera which are easily written on. And then in this little pocket here I have a tag, and I've just cut out some tag shaped images there on map paper and make it into a little pocket. So we have a tiny little tag and a little journaling card that is just like the cutest little map ever. And I've also done some stamping up the top there, and I've got some stamping on this gorgeous tea-dye paper, and I want to know how it happens. I love that it happens, but I want to know how, so that I can actually do it on purpose. But here I've done a little jibbed style page where I've stitched the lines into the tracing paper. I love that idea. And I've left tiny little tails, not a lot, but obviously these can be trimmed off if you want, but I like the look of that. Then here this flips open all the way, so I'm just going to slide this down to show you. Here is a pocket, and we just have a few pieces of ephemera tucked in here, and another piece that I've really distressed to make it look like it's like a really old dollar bill, and then another piece here, and we just got some stamping down the bottom, and then we have another little tuck spot here. And that's got a little airplane ticket, a couple of little tickets rather, and a tag. And that's just a little tuck spot, so you could put something bigger in here. And we've got a little compass down there. And then this bit here, we've got a vellum hot air balloon up here as a decoration. And this globe is just holding this closed, and it is just a journaling area. And then tucked behind here I have a map printout. Again, I got off of Pinterest, and it just looks awesome. It makes me really want to go look for buried treasure. I love how this came out, and obviously there is journaling space at the back. And that's just tucked in behind that little pocket area. And then here in the centre of the signature we have this gorgeous scrapbook paper that I just really couldn't bring myself to cover, and I have left the tails for the stitching quite long. If you'd like to add like beads or anything like that, that's up to you. And then I have another note card that I have stamped down the bottom, and I've used map style washi tape, and that's just held in place with a little Tim Holtz paper clip. Oh, I can get that on. And then here we have another little envelope in that awesome style, and then inside we just have a tea-dyed invoice sheet, and it just feels awesome. It feels really vintage because of the type of paper it is. It just feels awesome. This pocket's annoying because you need to lift this, and I have no idea what that is, but I think a car just took off. I'm sorry if you can hear that. And then tucked behind this I have another little note card here that's just this beautiful map paper. I love it. And then the other side of that, tracing paper that I've stitched the lines into, some stamping, the other side that gorgeous tea-dyed paper, the Eiffel Tower, and this is lined paper as well. Done some scroll stamp and this gorgeous flying contraption, vintage flying contraption. And then here I have a coin envelope and a piece of ephemera tucked in here that's just backed onto tea-dyed paper for journaling. And here it just says Old World to Travel. And I don't think, no, I didn't leave that open to be a tuck spot anywhere else. And the other side of that, tracing paper and some more stenciling and stamping. This is the Elizabethan Tower. And then I've got a beautiful globe stuck on here on this gorgeous scrapbooking paper that's kind of like ledger paper. I really like that. And then tucked under here we have a cigarette or tea card, I can't remember which one, and it is the Taj Mahal. I honestly could not remember the name of that and I wanted to go there forever. But here we just have a Tim Holtz journaling card tucked in this little pocket, and then we have a travel tag, and this is like chipboard, so awesome. I love these. I've only got so many, I'm running out. And then in here we have a large journal card, thoroughly distressed, and this is beautiful parchment paper, and I've put some postcard stamps on here. And then tucked into this other corner filigree I have a vellum airmail letter and a flying ticket, and that's backed onto tea-dyed paper for journaling. And then I've got a tag with a big steam engine train on here, and then this flips up for journaling and then flips down for the pockets, and it's a full-size pocket with a full-size tag of Tim Holtz card. And then here I have some more stenciling and a little sort of tip in here of a clipboard and more stamping in the corner. And a beautiful big pocket here with a large sort of postcard style tag and a couple of tickets tucked in behind it. And on the pocket itself we have this beautiful old ship, and then it opens up all the way to be a vintage style map as well. And then this flips out like so. We've got more stenciling, a beautiful choo-choo train down here, and then we also have that same tag tucked in there that I'm not going to take out, and it just says Best Moments here with more stenciling around it, and then that gorgeous map scrapbook paper again. Then on this side we have more beautiful scrapbooking paper and a gorgeous airplane, a vintage airplane, and then more beautiful scrapbooking map paper, and I've done a little collage on here as a tuck spot. And then inside we have this beautiful letter paper, some more tea-dyed lined paper, and a little stamp in the top. And then I've just stamped out the word travel with a little camera here, and then this is a beautiful little sticker that just says snap picture all the way around. And then we've got another collection of pockets here on book paper that I've whip stitched around to keep it together. And I've got another one of those tags, and this time I've got a little postcard on it, and again just for decoration, but you could definitely journal on these with like a white or black pen or something. Then we've got the Leaning Tower of Pisa on that tag. Got another large-ish journal card from Tim Holtz, and then a really large journal card from Tim Holtz tucked in the back. And then here I have a sort of corner tuck area, and it's got this gorgeous ship printout, and then more stamping up the top, a little bit of stamping down here, and then this flips out for this gorgeous scrapbooking paper. And this actually, I meant to say, is a tuck spot as well. And in here we just have this beautiful book piece of ephemera, and it's backed onto tea-dyed paper for journaling, and I just think that is the cutest thing ever. And then here I have a old vintage map style printout, and tucked in behind here we have a fabric postcard, and it's the same fabric from the cover, and I've stitched all the way around, and I've thoroughly distressed it and put a little stamp, a postage stamp up the top, and that just tucks in like so. And then here we have another globe stamp and some more stenciling, and a little tuck spot here that has a couple of pieces of ephemera and a tag tucked in there. And then I also have another altered paper clip with a little plane on it this time, and a couple of buttons, and that's just holding this little guy closed for some more journal space there. And then on the other side I have this digital print. Again, all the digital prints will be linked below, and I've just got a vellum envelope tucked in here that's got like scroll writing all over it, and I just have a piece of ephemera tucked in there that's backed onto tea-dye paper for journaling. And get this back in, that would be brilliant. And that just kind of sits, I keep putting that in the paper clip, and it kind of sits like so. And then I've got a little journaling area here on this parchment paper and the Notre Dame stamped at the bottom. And then I have a little tuck spot here on this little map area, and I have just a couple of pieces of ephemera tucked in there and a little stamp up the top. And then I have some more beautiful vellum, and I just love this. It's like a steampunk type of vintage flying contraption. It's just cool as anything. And then this is like an envelope style notepad. It's just a great place for journaling, and it just closes like so, and it's not a pocket or anything. And then we have the Elizabethan Tower here as well, and then tucked in here we have an airmail envelope piece of ephemera and a air ticket. And this opens up like so, and in this little pocket, which is made out of a journaling card that is like a vintage styled car, I have a couple of journaling pages of ephemera here. And then in this little pocket I have another couple of pieces of ephemera and a little ticket. And just a little decoration stamp at the top there, and this is just held closed like so. And then at the top here I have a vintage envelope held on by a bulldog clip, and again just a couple of pieces of ephemera tucked in there. And I have the word Paris stamped out at the top as well. And then underneath this little postcard pocket, or rather inside it, I have the Leaning Tower of Pisa cigarette card or tea card, honestly can't remember which, and a little stamp down the bottom. And then under this beautiful map tuck spot I have a tea-dyed guest check, if I can get that out, and then some stamping and a little sticker that says Adventure is Out There. And in the centre of the signature I have a envelope, and it's just this beautiful map paper, and it just says on it, not all who wander are lost. And inside I just have a large piece of ephemera with tea-dye paper on the back, and this just flips out for a journaling space. And again it's sort of like a passport, I just got that off Pinterest. And then we've got postcard on this beautiful tea-dye paper and some stamping, another piece of a stamping image there, and then another vintage flying contraption and some stamping down the bottom. And then this beautiful map paper that flips up, and it has some tea-dyed lined paper for journaling. And then on this side of the page we have, just held on by a little clip there, some vintage book pages, and they just have beautiful images of trains, vintage trains obviously. We've got some stamping and stenciling rather on this page, and that's just held on by this little clip here. And then the other side of that vellum page, and another flying contraption and some stamping on this parchment. And then I've also got a little Tim Holtz clip here with a key and another compass. And then tucked in this digital print pocket I have this sort of wallet idea that I kind of had. So we have an image here, and then this opens like so, if I can get it open, and it's a sort of envelope styled pocket, and we have a beautiful piece of ephemera in here and another piece in here, and I've stamped some lines on the back of that one, and it just slips in there like so, and it just is held in place with this twine and buttons, and I am a shaky mess today, sorry. And then this flips up, and in here we have another little image of a pretty little girl, And then we have a postcard, well, 2 postcards and 2 tickets tucked in this pocket, and that flips out, and we have this journaling space here and a larger pocket that has a larger postcard, a ticket and another ticket. And just the way I envisioned this was sort of like almost like a passport type wallet that we carry around with us nowadays to keep a passport and all our tickets and everything like that in it, and that's just kind of what I had in mind when I made this. So it just tucks in there, and then on the other side we have postcard again on this beautiful scrapbooking paper with all the stamps for your envelopes and postcards and whatnot, and then I've got some stenciling on this music paper here, and then I've got a little sort of half circle pocket here. And I've just got a couple of pieces of ephemera tucked in there, and this is actually a full-size pocket as well, but I don't have anything in there. And then we have this little scrapbooking paper as well, and then on the other side I've put a little suitcase pocket, and we have the Egyptian pyramids tucked in there on a tea card, and another little collage type tuck spot, and I've put a couple of stamps on this note card, and again it is washi tape on the back. And then we've got the Eiffel Tower here, and I've also stamped out the word Paris and another little sort of map style stamp there, more stamping, another tuck spot and a piece of ephemera and a journaling page, and this just feels so amazing. When it tea dyes it just feels so vintage, it's brilliant. And then this opens up like so, and we have some journaling pages here, and this is the Indian cotton handmade paper, and that's my favourite. I absolutely love how it feels. It just feels like fabric. It's amazing. And then tucked in here we have a cute little tag and a vintage envelope with a piece of tea-dyed paper tucked in there for just extra journaling space. And then behind here we have another pocket with a couple of other pieces of ephemera tucked in there. And again, this is hand stitched with a whip stitch, and just hanging off the side I have a beautiful little compass, and it's just held closed with this twine. If I can tie it to my shaky ass hands. And then in the back here we have a cute little tag, again for more journaling space, and at the top here we have a little train image, vintage train image. Then this is the back of the book, and again you can see that that's got the same matte paper that's on the front, and I've made it quite a wide pocket at the back here, and I've popped in a little spare notebook, and it's full leather, and I've got quite a few journaling pages in there. And then this just wraps around a couple of times and then tucks in like so. If I can do it with my shaky. Probably not the best time to do this video when I'm also shaky, but I'm pretty much shaky every day. So, and that's just held in place with 2 eyelets, and it just slips in there. Obviously you could put whatever you want in there, and that is my book. And I really hope you guys liked it. I would really like to hear from you in the comments. I love reading your comments, so it'd be really nice if you could leave me a comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more videos like this and other types of videos. I basically just do a random selection of videos, so it'd be nice if you could hang out and have some fun on my channel, and I'll hopefully see you next time. And like I said, this will be linked below to my Etsy and will be for sale by the time you watch this. So hopefully see you next time. Bye!